Welcome to Yin Yoga Lifestyle. I am your host, Colette Darville. Cultivating our body's resilience and inner silence and its application to all aspects of your life. Let's become enlightened and enjoy the power of intuitiveness and creativity. You are listening to Society Bites Radio, social interaction for the mind and soul. Hello, and thank you for joining us today. I am your host, Colette Darville, and this is Yin Yoga Lifestyle. So now let us take a deep meditative breath. Inhale, so, and exhale, hum. Deborah Finley is a practicing evidential spiritual medium, mentor, and published author who has over 2 decades of experience reading individuals. She is an ordained minister, certified angel card reader, and spiritual teacher. She has been a natural medium all her life. Since she was a young child, she has had the ability to communicate with spiritual beings, and after having a near-death experience in December of 1986, her abilities became even more supercharged. It is her hope to provide comfort and a sense of peace to those she reads for, confirming the survival of the soul after a physical death takes place. In her free time, Deborah enjoys painting angels and writing. She loves spending time on the beach with her family at the New Jersey shore and traveling with her loved ones. She is passionate and dedicated to educating and helping others understand their gifts of psychic and mediumship abilities. It is Deborah's hope to provide comfort and a sense of peace to those she reads for by confirming the survival of the soul after our transition from this world. Welcome to Yin Yoga Lifestyle, Deborah.
Hi, good morning.
Hey, and thanks
for inviting me back.
Thanks for being on the show again. I think it feels like we just spoke with you.
Yes, it does. Oh my goodness, yes. That's funny.
We did. We just spoke with you. And that was a couple of months ago. So if anybody wants to look at or listen to, you can listen to Deborah's previous podcast. By all means, go back in the episodes, and I think it's around February. So February 2020. So I'm going to ask you a big question here. The last time we talked about the newly released book, Women Standing Strong Together, of which you are one of the authors. And your qualifications as a medium and healer are vast. And I couldn't fit it all into the intro for you today because there's so much. But you describe yourself as a practicing spiritual evidential medium. So can you explain that to us?
Yes. I am a medium, but I have embraced the concepts and the principles of the spiritualist, which is a belief system. And so that's one of the reasons I use that. And the other reason is when I say spiritual, I mean of the soul. So as a medium, I am reading those who are discarnate, those who are, in spirit, those who are in heaven, or the heaven realms. So that's why I put that in there.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So, because people differentiate, they can see what the difference is, right?
Yes. Yes, and it's like do no harm, as well too is very big for me. And before I start any reading, I always say a silent prayer, where I ask to please let the information that comes through be healing in some way for the person that seeks me out, So it's all, of the spirit, of the soul, that type of thing. So that's why I personally did that.
is there a difference between a psychic and a medium? I mean,
Yes.
is there differences? Yeah. I mean, it's just you can
Well,
just because some people think it's the same thing.
I did for a lot of years. I didn't know.
Yeah.
And, I grew up, from a child into a young adult. And when I first started out in this business, I was, dragged kicking and screaming to a card reading class. I didn't want to do
Right.
that. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. But anyway, they needed a fourth person, and I went. And so that's, lo and behold, I end up in the field and I'm reading cards, and my
Yeah.
mediumship started to unfold. But at that time, my title was card reader, I mean, I was so culturized there, But
Yeah.
and then as I'm reading, people would be like, "Are you psychic?" And I'm like, "Well, what do you mean by that?" Because I didn't grow up in a household where this was even discussed. And even when I learned how to read cards, it wasn't really defined, So anyway, then I found out I was a medium. So I used to call myself psychic medium, once I found that out. But
Right.
the difference is that with a medium, the information that we receive comes right from spirit. And when I say spirit, I mean your loved ones and friends who have passed on.
Right.
And it's coming from what they refer to as, and when I say they, I mean the teachers out there and the training that's out there, the discarnate, okay, those who have already passed on. We're the incarnate, okay?
Okay.
So as a medium, that's where I'm receiving my information from. However, I am receiving that information through my psychic senses as well,
Yeah.
which,
That makes
are
sense.
the clairvoyance and clairaudience and all the clairs, they call them. So with a psychic, and every medium is psychic, by the way, okay?
Yes.
But not every psychic develops the mediumistic abilities or may not even have them. That's changing. Like the thought is changing. The old school thought was that you had to be born a medium. And I still do believe that because I know I was,
Yeah.
But,
Yeah.
and I'm more aware of that. But I also know that good psychics can hone in and develop mediumistic gifts. So the school of thought's changing, that pretty much anyone can learn how to do that. So
Yeah.
I hope they're right.
Me too. Me too. I think especially with what's going on right now, because as the world currently experiences the coronavirus, I mean, we're all having this place that we're sitting and we're really sitting a lot. And we're contemplating life and we're contemplating, we're contemplating ourselves. And I think it's either going to be super frustrating or we're going to, each one of us has the choice to sit there and, hey, maybe we can do something funny, or maybe we can start sharpening our own, intuitive abilities for things, right?
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking anyway. But there is a lot of stress around this coronavirus.
I agree.
So do you have any advice, that can ease the stress that most of us are feeling? Because you have the inside track. So
Thank you. I would like to think so,
yes.
I am human.
Yeah.
And when this first started to happen, when this first started to come out into the media and everything else, I had some time periods where I would feel totally panicked, a lot of anxiety, that type of thing, and panicked. And I had to stop myself and I had to ask, is this how are these my feelings? Is this what the universe, and my guides and God has given me? Or is this the collective energy, the fear-based energy that is around what's happening? So, and because I'm, one of the things about a lot of people are that we're sensitives or we're empathic, and so oftentimes we'll pick up when I say pick up, we will feel,
Yes,
we'll feel
right.
other people's thoughts and anxiety. And okay, so let's go from there to it's our anxiety. Yes, it's ours. It's our fear. It's our anxiety. One of the things that I recommend is, reaching out to someone who can help you ease that or talk you down off the cliff, as I
Right.
say,
Yes,
talk me
of
off the
course.
ledge.
Of course.
But that's one of the things. The other thing is, seriously, I personally have turned off the media. Okay. I do keep current with the virus because I listen in once a day and
Yeah.
only from the horse's mouth. Whether they're fans or not fans,
Yes,
so
right.
this way I
Of
don't have to
course.
go searching for it all through different channels. Because when I was doing that, I was starting to have a lot of anxiety. But I will tell you intuitively, we are fine. We are going to be okay. And I know that people that are perhaps losing their livelihoods and things like that, they're probably thinking, yeah, well, stuff that, in your hat,
Yeah.
But seriously, you will be okay. This will pass, and it's hard when, people have worked hard, and they're losing it,
Yeah.
However, you are okay. You're alive. Your loved ones are alive, and we will be okay. And I do know that we will be okay, no matter
Oh,
what.
that's reassuring. Do you see any benefits from this experience for the human race?
You know what I do? I do.
Mhm.
Because people are having to get creative now.
Yeah.
Many people that do yoga, they're offering it via Zoom or online, YouTube, for people to do and to relieve stress. People are becoming creative. Me, myself, like my readings and everything else, many people have canceled and I'm usually booked months ahead of time. They don't have the
Right.
finances now. It's okay.
Right.
So I'm personally doing more free stuff. I'm going out there on YouTube and things
Mhm.
like that. So that's business wise. But personally, for the average person, put on a nice meditation, take deep breaths, take this time to connect with your family. They are the most important things. They
Yeah.
are our gifts, or a good friend, or animals, you know.
Yeah.
Just take that time to reconnect, because I feel that's a big benefit, a huge benefit. And I also
Yeah.
see a
Yeah.
lot more kindness, right? A lot more
Mhm.
kindness being given out. People are kinder. They're courteous. They're slowing down.
Yeah.
So that's some of the benefits too, and the earth. I mean, there's a lot of benefits,
Yeah.
and
We
try to
just have to
focus on that.
Yeah, we
Yeah.
just have to see
Go ahead.
them, right? We just have to be aware.
Right, right. Or just, again, honest to God, I have people in my life that are immune compromised through, COPD. I have a son who's 32 and
Wow.
he sleeps on life support. He has all his life.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
don't want to lose these people. None of us do, right? Not just me,
No.
but
No.
but
No, but it's
so
it's very
what's
true, right?
important, yeah,
Yeah.
what's important is, that we learn from this. We learn from this, regardless if it's something as simple as washing your hands, but
Yeah. Yeah.
just people go
Yeah.
to work previous to the sick. They'll send
Yeah.
their children to school sick.
Yeah.
You know,
Oh, I
I'm not
know. I
judging.
know. No, I know, but it's
Uh,
it's it's a thing
yeah.
that we're becoming more aware and hopefully mindful of what we're
Yes.
doing, right? Um, Now,
Absolutely. Yes.
and I know you've kind of
That sums it
touched
up.
on this. Yeah, you kind of touched on
Hmm.
this though, because how do you see life changing for us all after we get through
Hmm.
this time? You talked about being more kind, being
Hmm.
um, more
Yes.
aware, I suppose, right?
Yes.
Is that the big picture for us?
I believe it is. I believe that's the big picture. And I believe that, as far as the economy and everything else, it comes back. It really does.